Hi everyone, so welcome to Majesty's House of Music. Today I'm going to continue with my teaching on the 251 chord progressions. And if you have not watched the previous lesson, please just check the previous video. Start with that lesson so that you'll be able to flow into this lesson. So just to recap a little bit, in the previous lesson I talked about the basic 251, 251. Okay, in different inversion positions. 2, 5, 1. Okay, and I also challenged the students to play the 2-5-1-6. So the 6 is just used as a turnaround chord to take us back to the 2-5-1 chord progression. So we were doing something like 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6, 2, 5, 1, 6. So I really encourage you to check the previous lesson so that you can be able to flow with this lesson. Okay. So today I'm going to build up a little bit. I'll introduce the 7-3-6 chord progression, which is still a form of a 2-5-1 in itself. And I'll still use this key of C to illustrate. And I'll speak in terms of numbers so that those of you playing in different keys can be able to translate what we are teaching here in a different key. But in future, I'll also try to cover the same concept in different keys. So, if we look at the scale of C, once again, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, that's the scale of C major. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So a 7-3-6 chord progression will be B, which is our 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then our 3 is E. 1, 2, 3. And then our 6 is A. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's 7, 3, 6. 7, 3, 6. The same thing we had on the 2, 5, 1. D, G, C. 7, 3, 6, B, E, A. So when you hear about chord progressions, that they're simply being derived from the numbers from of the notes in the scale, in the major scale of the key that you are playing in. Okay. So the next thing that you have to do after you identify the notes that will give you the 7-3-6 chord progression is to identify what chords, what quality of chord, what type of chord I'm going to play in each of those positions. So when I'm playing the 7, the B, what chord will I play on the B? What chord will I play on the E? And what chord will I play on the A? Now, remember I also said the 7-3-6 chord progression is still a form of a 2-5-1, because if you think of your A as your target note, B is the 2 of A, and E is the 5 of A in the scale of A major. A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, A flat, and A. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So B is 2, E is 5, A is 1. So 2, 5, 1, B, E, A. So the 7-3-6 in the key of C is still 2-5-1 in the key of A. And I want you to remember there's a relationship between C and A. Okay? For those of you who have done a little bit of music theory, A is the relative minor of C, and C is the relative major of A. Okay? So the 2-5-1 and the 7-3-6 for the relative minor is just the same thing as what we have on the major. There's that relationship. So what chord are we going to play on the 2? Okay? Okay? So let's start with this. Start with this chord for the 2, or for the 7-3-6. Okay, let's talk in terms of C. B is our 7, E is our 3, E is our 6. So for the 7, I'll start with this chord, which is an F sharp minor 11th chord, but I don't want to talk in terms of F sharp. Let's talk in terms of B. Let me remove the inversions so that we can be able to understand that. Let's play the B, the E, the A, and the F sharp. Okay? This is the original chord. Sorry. Here. Okay? So if we invert this again, so it's kind of a B7 sus4 chord. Okay? But we are playing it in this inversion. Now I can use this this chord, or I can bring down the E to D. Okay? Can play this chord instead. This is kind of a B minor 7th chord. Okay? B minor 7th, just inverted. That's B minor 7, but we are playing it in this position. So we can either use that extension of the E or just the D. I think for simplicity we can just start with the B minor 7th. Okay? Inverted. That's the original B minor 7th, B, D, F sharp and A, but we are playing it in this inversion, F sharp, A, B and D. That's our 7 chord, okay? And then for our 3, we're going to play an E dominant 7th chord, okay? E, F flat, B, and D, with an E on the left, okay? Can even double the E. So that's an E dominant 7th chord. The E dominant 7th chord is derived from the E major. That's the E major chord, E, F flat, and B. You add the D on top to get the E dominant 7th chord. That's our 3 chord. And then for our 6 chord, we'll play an A minor 7th. Okay? That's straightforward. And we are playing it in this inversion, E, G, A, and C. E, G, A, C. The original A minor is A, C, E, and G. But we are using an inversion of this chord, which is E, G, A, and C, with A on the left. So our 7, B minor 7th, our 3, E dominant 7th, our 6, A minor 7th. Now I want you just to see how the chords, the inversions simply shift from one position to another, which makes it very simple. So you see, that's the B minor 7th. The thing that you do here is you maintain the B and the D at the top from this chord. Maintain the B and the D. The first 2 notes are what are going to shift, the F sharp and the A. Okay? So maintain the B. So the A comes down to F flat and the F sharp comes down to E. So it's just that movement. Just try, practice that movement from our 7, B minor 7th, to our 3, E dominant 7. That, to that, to that. And then the next movement is also simple. From that 3 chord, E dominant 7th to A minor 7th, just land here. So try practice that movement. 7, 3, 6, B minor 7th, E dominant 7th, A minor 7th. Okay? Okay? As I said before, we covered these concepts in detail in our full-length video courses. You can check out my link to my website and my WhatsApp contact in the description below the video. If you're interested to learn these concepts and how we apply them in songs in greater detail for praise and worship, you can order the courses we have in key C and any other key to help you learn more. So check out my website and my contacts if you're interested in ordering full courses. Now, I would like you to build this up from the previous lesson. We are now going to combine these 2 progressions, the 2-5-1 and the 7-3-6. So the 2-5-1, remember, was D minor 7th, G dominant 7th, C major 7th. Okay? 2-5-1. And as I said, if you are not in the previous lesson, please watch the previous lesson, the previous video. 2, 5, 1. And then the next progression is 7, 3, 6. Now there is a song which I would like you to go and look at. Search it out on YouTube. It's called All to You by Don Moen. All to You. All to you. All to you. I give it all to you. All to you. All to you. I give it all to you. So that's just an example of a real practical song that applies the 251 and the 736. So I want to take time and do the combination of these two progressions. 2, D minor 7th, 5, G dominant 7th, 1, C major 7th, and then the 736, B minor 7th, E dominant 7th, A minor 7th. Okay? And you can do it with different rhythms. Okay? You can try develop your own rhythms, add a swing to your rhythms. Okay? 2, add a swing between the left and the right hand. Okay? So that's a simple explanation of the 736, which we have said is just an extension of the 251 chord progression. Now we are also going to look into another concept that I like to use in these progressions. In the next lesson, I'll talk a little bit about the tritone chord. The tritone chord, which is a very important chord when you're playing the 251s, that can really help you to, spice up your playing a little bit. So watch out for the next class. Don't miss out. Subscribe to our channel if you've never done so that you're always connected.